Hi there, it's Jingjing. I hope you're doing super well. I'm fully aware this is the first video in a long while. I got quite a lot of requests, particularly from the Chinese-speaking viewers, telling me they're really looking forward to new videos. And please understand, it's not that I was finding excuses to delay the update of these videos, but rather I was consciously following my intuition and my inner process to focus on myself so that I can give you the best in these videos, and then I can serve my coaching clients the best. The other day, I was talking with a few friends about how often I update these videos, and it dawned on me once again that this past year up to this point still has been such a time of accelerated change and growth for everyone, including myself. That's why I've been following my own energy, taking more time to myself, digesting massive amount of teaching and information, working with the energy shift that's impacting everyone on the planet, certainly myself included, because ultimately my biggest contribution and service is my own internal work and shift first and foremost. Then I can guide and serve anyone that I come across, whether my private clients or you, lovely viewers of these videos. And this is the same for you as well, dear friend. If you are actively and intentionally working on yourself, then you are contributing to humanity the best way you can. Did you know that? So bravo to you. I will continue to champion you on the journey. With that said, if you do want to keep yourself inspired more often than just these videos, you are very welcome to find me on Instagram and Facebook, where I update every day or every other day with a great reminder that you may like to see. Now on to today's video. This video may just be my favorite piece of content ever yet. As you see, I name it the formula to living your best life. Although it may sound a bit bold or quite bold, I meant it with no exaggeration, especially potent at this point in time, this time of radical change internally and externally on the planet. You've probably felt it. Yes, we are at a tipping point of evolution. It's very exciting, and I will incorporate more as we move forward. Now, this formula is actually no stranger to you, as I have indeed embedded here and there in past videos. But today, I'm giving it to you in full view with thorough explanation of how and why it works, both miraculously and naturally. In fact, this formula has been shared to and among humanity in different terminologies. One of them, also the most heard of, is follow your bliss. It's a legacy of the genius mythologist Joseph Campbell, who had studied mythologies for his entire life. And in his last public appearance before passing away, when asked, "What is the secret to life?" he shared these three golden words: follow your bliss. I love these words, don't you? They even sound amazing. Alright, in all seriousness, these three words coming from this wise man are no coincidence, because he had indeed tapped into the secret of life after studying mythology and religions for a lifetime. But what often trips humanity, though unintentionally on his part, is how do we practically apply this secret in order to live the fullest of life? If you've been wondering about this as well, you'll be so thrilled at what I'm going to share with you today, because this formula I'm talking about is literally the breakdown version, the applicable version of it. Now, hear it carefully and take notes. Moment to moment of all things you're capable of acting on, act on the one that's your highest excitement with no expectation of what the outcome should be, and act on it until you can't take it further, or it's no longer your highest excitement. Then move on to the next highest excitement thing. If you formulate your day to day this way, your life will explode in the most magnificent ways, like miraculously. That sounds very much a bold statement again, but after I share with you why it works this way, you will know that it's actually the natural way of life. But before getting into the why, let's look at yet the fuller and meatier explanation of this formula and clarify any questions you might have. First, highest excitement of all things you're capable of. This doesn't mean you must be so excited to the point of jumping up and down. It simply means from wherever you are, what excites you the most. If a person is depressed, his highest excitement at that point might just be anything that gives him a little relief and what makes him desirous a little more of living. On the other hand, for someone who is bored, his highest excitement would be something that makes him hopeful or anticipating of life. You get the point. Your highest excitement is relative to where you are feeling-wise. And also, it's worth noting, act on anything that's your highest excitement at the moment. Maybe take a walk, or go eat, or sit there resting, or call a friend. Absolutely whatever. But they have to be the things you are capable of acting on. Otherwise, you can't act on them anyway. Second, moment to moment. This is really the essence of being aware. So instead of the old unconscious autopilot kind of living, we're talking about being constantly aware. This moment, am I doing what I'm really excited about? This moment, and this moment. That constant awareness. I know you're asking, currently for most humans, we still have things that we consider as obligations that we need to tend to, jobs we don't really love. Worry not. Remember, changes must happen one step at a time, and it must start from wherever we are. So that means do what you can now. Apply this formula to the time you have freedom over, meaning times where you don't have obligations to tend to or jobs to go to. Make those times the sacred time of yours to apply this formula. Third, no expectation of what the outcome should be. This one is big and I love giving it to you. Do you know the biggest misunderstanding we humanity have in terms of taking actions to get the success or results we want? The answer is, we believe it's actions that get us the result. And it's really, really, really not. The action only plays a tiny fraction part of it. If you ever studied truly successful people and get to the core of their psyche, you will find that they were driven by the excitement, the passion, the love of taking those actions. And it's not that they believed each piece of action would get them a specific result. The funny thing is, most of the time, they themselves don't even realize it until aftermath. But don't get this wrong. It doesn't mean that you don't expect the ultimate outcome, which is a blissfully joyful, abundantly supplied life, as I simply call it, your best life. Yes, you will get that, but you must get over the expectation of the immediate outcome from your moment-to-moment excited actions. In fact, as explained above, these actions can be absolutely anything that excites you at the moment. They don't have to be serious endeavors that seem to connect with your success or your project. Because you see, your actions were not designed to deliver you the immediate results. They were designed for you to enjoy that action. Did you catch that? Those excited actions were meant for you to enjoy them, for you to enjoy being alive. But what gets us the final outcome, if not the actions? You may wonder. I will give you the answer in the why part of this video, and I promise you'll be very satisfied. Fourth, until you can't take it any further, or you have something else you're most excited about. This one is mostly to emphasize, be aware of how you feel, moment to moment. Are you still excited about the action you're taking? Or if the actions can't go any further, What are you excited about now? With that full view explanation of how to apply the formula, you probably have realized it's all about you moment to moment being aware, consciously tuning to your highest excitement. In other words, your highest energy state. A quick recap here. Your emotions and feelings are the indicator of your energy state. The better you feel, the higher your energy state is. And your energy state determines the life experiences you have, because law of attraction is at work all the time to match our external experiences with our internal energy state. And that is one of the essential reasons why this is the formula to living your best life. Reason number 1, when you follow this formula, you are in fact powerfully tuning up your energy state with intention and awareness, and by the law of attraction, which is simply law of physics, and it states like attracts like. So our energy state will attract people, objects, events of the same energy frequency onto us, hence our life experiences. Therefore, the more we act on our highest excitement, the higher we tune up our internal energy state, the better life experiences we'll naturally have. That means more wonderful people we enjoy, connections with better job opportunities, more abundance in every way. Reason number 2, our highest excitement is the physical sensation or the signal we get moment to moment from our soul or our higher self, who has an overview of our life path, knowing how to get what we desire and how to live our fullest life. In fact, knowing the best path to getting there, which is a path of enjoyment rather than effort, a path of excitement rather than worry, a path of flow rather than struggle, a path of winding route filled with joy rather than a seemingly direct route filled with resistance and efforts. Do you get it, dear friend? That's what we've been getting it wrong. We take the seemingly direct route with resistance, with efforts, with hard work, with striving, and eventually we don't get the result we want. Or if we do, we don't find it satisfying, or the results don't really delight us as we thought, because we've missed the point and we've sacrificed the joy of the path for the results. And it's not meant that way, which takes us to reason number 3. Reason number 3, we're not here to just get results. We're here to participate in the joyful process and as a byproduct get the results delightfully and effortlessly. Because when we are acting on our highest excitement, those excited and joyful actions call forth life energy to flow through us easily, abundantly, and powerfully. And that's how actions get us results naturally and miraculously. It's the life energy at work. So it's how you are taking actions, not the actions themselves, that get you the results. That's why people can keep taking actions in efforts and striving, meaning resistance, but never get the results they want. Because there's no enough life energy running through those kind of actions, those resistance. And it's life energy that turns our desires into reality. In fact, that's why we're here, to feel life energy running through us, to feel alive, to experience our creative power as an energetic being. Reason number 4, if you're someone who says, I don't know what my passion or my unique gift is, I don't know what my life purpose is, following through this formula will take you to discover your life purpose, your passion, and your gift for life. From wherever you are, if you would just follow the thread of your moment-to-moment highest excitement, you will naturally acclimate your energy state. You'll be led to more and more things that excite you more and more. And eventually, that passion of life, life's calling or life purpose of yours will wondrously show up without you expecting it, delighting you and surprising influencing you. Because everything is a matching of energy frequency by law of attraction. Your life purpose, your passion, your life's calling are vibrating at a high energy state. If you're currently in a just okay kind of energy state, then you won't be able to match them. That's why you don't know them now and you don't have access to them now. But you can in time if you take the formula. Reason number 5, perhaps the most important reason, the foundational reason, which is you will completely shift out of the old paradigm of doing in order to succeed, back into our original blueprint, which is thriving from being and creating from an energetic state and emotional state. You see, we're not here to suffer, to labor our way through life. We came for the joy of creating reality from thoughts, for the exhilaration of expressing ourselves with heart, for the richness of experiencing this tactile physicality. However, somewhere along the way, we got programmed to believe life is hard. It's all about doing in order to get what we need and what we want. No pain, no gain, they say. You have to pay the price in order to succeed, and you must face reality. Typical one. And we're taught to believe feelings are unreliable and airy stuff. We shouldn't even face our feelings, let alone allow our feelings to guide us. So since our beliefs lead our behaviors consciously and unconsciously, what we believe is naturally what we experience. Life is a self-fulfilling prophecy. So it's no surprise that most of us find that life is indeed hard, that we must do in order to get anything we want. But our original blueprint as a human being is a powerful creator, creating with our energy state and emotional state. It's the most natural thing to say. The only price you need to pay in order to succeed is joy, because when you are acting on your joy, you are pulling through the most life energy through you. Like a light bulb, the more joyful you are, the more power you're pulling through, you're channeling. The brighter you are, the easier for you to create anything you want. Because remember, it's not the actions, it's how you take the actions. In other words, the life energy that you pull through you that turns dreams into reality. Ironically and sadly, it's become very hard for most of us to tune to that natural, joyful state within because we've been programmed to stay away from it since childhood. Without knowing it, most of us are being fed so many fear and lack-based limiting beliefs. You probably don't realize you have them because, again, they have become part of how you operate in the world. It feels natural. But just look at your life. If there's any aspects of your life you don't feel free, abundant, joyful enough, then there's limiting beliefs running the show. But that's good news because when you identify it, you can change it. That's why this formula works. Firstly, anything coming up in your psyche trying to stop you from following through this formula is a deep-rooted limiting concept or belief that you can address, clear, and transform. With the transformation, this limiting belief or concept will no longer unconsciously sabotage you from living your fullest life. Secondly, acting on the formula will definitely take you bit by bit, day after day, to higher and higher energetic states and eventually back to your home state, your natural state of joy. For example, maybe your highest excitement, meaning what you really want to do at a moment, is to go for a walk or have lunch with a friend. But your mind would say, oh, I better work on this or that, or I should spend more time learning this new skill. Then that's a good indicator a limiting concept is spotted. You believe you should compete with time in order to get you some sort of results, or you believe the time you spend on doing nothing is a waste. While in truth, actions taking resistance, as stated before, do not yield the results. And the time you spend seemingly doing nothing is in fact you harnessing your powerful life energy so that you can direct them when you are excited to take actions on the project or learning that skill. And impulses and excitement to have lunch with a friend will probably get you a great idea for your project, or probably he'll inspire you in some way. So when you realize that, you can gently tell your mind to relax and release that old mentality and get on with what you're truly excited about at the moment. And there will be moments you're most excited about working on that project or learning that skill. And that's when those actions are the most powerful. And that's what's called inspired actions. And those are the actions that can yield results beyond your imagination. So just like that, each time you discover a limiting belief and change it, you are one big step closer to a blissfully joyful, abundantly supplied life. And eventually you will shift your entire way of living from old do to being first, emotion first, energy first, which is the truly powerful way of creating. With these reasons solidly in place, I believe you have a very clear picture why this is the formula to living the best life. I'm very happy that I got to share this with you, and I really enjoy bringing these contents to you every single time, which is perfectly aligned with the spirit of the formula. And as I shared before, creating these videos give me joy and excitement more than I could ever put words in. And hearing that they serve you in some way is just pure delight and a surprise to me. So I'm blissfully joyful, as you can see. Thank you for watching, commenting, and liking. I look forward to seeing you next time.